yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Welcome back to my channel, aGloveAndBeyondTV, where today got something a little different. Gonna go through a hockey binder. I am out of my element. I have some hockey card boxes to the left, some hockey card boxes to the right, and over the top, got a viewfinder so I can show off the binder a little bit better. Oh yeah, dig it. So I'm gonna drop the Macho Man voice so I can talk about the binder and some other things. Here is some Muhammad Ali stamps I picked up at the post office this week. When I went there to send off some TTM's autographs through the mail, I talked to the gentleman behind the counter, and he said to me, hey, we have some Muhammad Ali stamps. He knew I was a sports fan, and I just said, hey, why not? I'm not gonna use them as stamps. I'm gonna collect these. Muhammad Ali, as we all know, is an iconic boxer. Considered one of the best, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. So I'm going to add those to my collection because it goes into my collecting wheelhouse. And the last thing prior to getting into the binder, I'm going to show this coffee mug I got from my niece. Good, better, best. It is the saying, the slogan of Ben Johnson, Chicago Bears head coach. Good, better, best. And today I hope to be good. In time I hope to be better. And I will definitely give my best. So that is my good, better, best coffee mug from my niece I got for Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, I got this binder for Christmas. I talked a little bit about it in previous videos, but didn't go into depth what I'm going to today on the Jaromir Jagr binder. But this binder is all right. There's things I like about it, things I don't. I'll touch on those as I go. But overall, I do like the binders. They're well built. Nothing falls out. And I'd like to start this off by saying, hey, full disclosure, I'm not a teacher. I'm not a public speaker. I'm just a dude showing off some hockey cards. I'm not here to tell you how to collect, just showing you what I got. So this first page is Jaromir Jagr rookie cards. You see the pro set here on the upper left. And here are two of the base cards of Jaromir Jagr. 1990 Upper Deck was the first year they made Upper Deck cards. And this one's turned backwards because the hologram is different. It is a comic ball hologram. And I learned all about this on the platform online, TCDB, which stands for Trading Card Database. I use the site often for organization, for identifying cards. It's free. There is a premium if you want to get rid of the pop-up ads. But at first it might be a little wonky for you, but I love it. I've lived by this site for the last 3-4 years to organize and identify. And that's how I have my cards set up today in TCDB order. Don't know if it's the best way, but that's just how I do it. TCDB tells me there are 10,552 unique individual Jaromir Jagr cards in this binder. And on TCDB, I have 117 of those, which is roughly 1%. So in showing these rookie cards, I have to make a note. There is an OPC Premier rookie card of Jagr I do not own. Be careful if you do buy one. There are a lot of reprints because in 1990 and 1991, Jagr won the Stanley Cup and he came out of the gate hot. So his cards were real hot his first 2 years, and that card was counterfeited. And there's a lot of OPC Premier rookies that are fake. So just be careful out there. Heading into year two. Actually, prior to that, I want to show a bunch of Jaromir Jagr rookie cards, Upper Deck. They're all the same. Just have a bunch of these. They're easily collectible. They are overproduced. You can still pick these up for $1 or less. I picked up some of these in a 50-cent box, 3 for $1. You know, some guys may have them at $2, $3. I think I don't talk prices too often, but I think they may have peaked out somewhere between $6, $8, possibly $10. You know, early on. But his stuff is readily available. He's not in the Hall of Fame, and I'll touch on why in a little while. On to year two. Score made some blister packs, which this card right here, this hot card, was exclusive to the blister packs. Companies at the time started making different setups and different pack formations of how to get some of these exclusive cards. So there were blister packs, fat packs, blaster boxes, rack packs, all sorts of various ways to acquire cards. But the companies realized, hey, to sell more cards, we'll make an exclusive for the packaging. And then they came out with different series 1, series 2, series 3. It does get confusing if you're a collector from the 50s, 60s, 70s. And I wasn't confused at this point, but I'll tell you when I was confused later on. Excuse me. Stadium Club came out with some nice photography. Upper Deck is one of their first inserts, is Eurostars. That is the American version in English. That is the French version in French. And I can't read that in French. And heading on to the third year. So Bowman came onto the scene with a clean base set, which is what this white card is. Real nice set. And then they came out with some inserts, gold foil of All-Stars. So this is the Jagr All-Star. Let's see if I can pick that up a little better. It's just a nice, just different parallel insert. Actually, an insert, not parallel, of the card of Jagr, of the player. So Team Pinnacle came out, and they made a card that represented a player comparable in scoring. Brett Hull is a big-time scorer, late 80s, early 90s. Jagr was a big scorer, both wingers. And Brett Hull's on the front, Jagr's on the back. But because it's a Jagr binder, it's my binder, I put the card backwards showing Jagr. Fleer Ultra came out with some inserts. I believe one of these is Series 1, one is Series 2. And Upper Deck Euro, that will conclude year 3. That's why this white card that I put in there, that's just the way I do it, so I know that's what I have for that run. So the next year I only have 3 cards in the binder. It's Topps Gold with some wild shine there on the top and bottom. Upper Deck Silver Skates with some die cut action there, and Upper Deck SP, which stands for short print. And this next year, Topps Finest came out with a protective foil, or not foil, protective covering to kind of protect the surface of the cards. This is Topps Finest. And this is where I start getting confused, because this is Bowman's Best, but it was inserted as a test run to see if it would mark it. And these were in with Topps Finest. So these were inserts within Topps Finest. That's where I start getting confused. One of the toughest cards for me to find was this Ringleaders card. I actually went to the National in the late 90s, mid-90s. Couldn't find this card there, which they say you can find everything at the National. It's probably there. I just couldn't find it. But a few months later, I found it at a local card shop. And then I found one a few months later after that at a local card show. That's why I have 2. It was tough to find. Pinnacle came out also with these Dufex variant shine there. It's a parallel card. And I know this was exclusive to some Fat Packs and Score. This celebrated the 90-point scores in the league, which Jagr was part of, Roenick was part of, and a bunch of other good hockey players at the time. And SP was a premium set that came out, and that was the insert for SP. And Upper Deck started some of the foil cards, real innovative cards, 1 per pack, kind of like Topps Gold was early on, just to promote the cards. That's a parallel. So before I get into this set of cards, I want to talk a little bit about Jagr himself. He came into the league in 1990, was on Pittsburgh till 2001, so he played 12 seasons there. Headed on to the Washington Capitals, where he played from 2001 to 2004, and then the New York Rangers from 2004 to 2008. So his first 18, 19 seasons in the league were Hall of Fame, had some gaudy numbers already, and he could have retired there and would have been a Hall of Famer. But what I didn't know, and why I like doing these videos and short videos, I learned something. I did not know he played for Russia from 2008 to 2011. So he left the NHL for a 3-4 year period, played overseas in Russia, and at that point, again, had a Hall of Fame career. I'd say after that he came back past his prime, but played for some teams. Even though he was past his prime, he was better than the average player, I would say, in the NHL. And he played for Dallas for 2 years from 2012 to 2013. Played in Boston in 2013. And what's wild to me about that is I'm a Chicago Blackhawk fan. And he beat the Blackhawks in the early 90s for the Stanley Cup with Mario. And he went to the Stanley Cup Finals with Boston in 2013. It was a 21-year gap from when which is the NHL record for when he was in the Stanley Cup Finals. And the Blackhawks did beat Boston. So they got their revenge for their early 90s loss to the Penguins when Jagr was on Boston. But anyway, from Boston, he played 1 year there, went on to New Jersey, Played there for 3 seasons, Florida for 3, and then Calgary to end out his NHL career in 2017-2018. Jaromir Jagr is still playing hockey today, folks. He's going to be 53, 54 years old coming up here in February. He plays for Kladno in the Czech Republic. He owns the team. He suited up October of 2025, so he is not going to be eligible for the Hall of Fame until he retires from professional hockey, which would be 3 years from now in 2028. That's if he hangs it up. I mean, the dude is the Energizer Bunny. He's like Gordie Howe. Gordie Howe played forever. Jaromir Jagr's played for an unbelievable amount of time. I'll get into his stats a little while, but I want to show some more cards. Just a heck of a player, a sniper, a winger. Bowman's Best insert and Fleer Metal came out. These are some nice Dufex cards. When I say Dufex, it means the different shine on the card. It's just the finish. Another Dufex is what they call it. I don't know if that's what they call it today, but that's what they called it back in the 90s. And here's a Score Summit parallel insert with a nice rain shine on the back. Maybe over using the word parallel and shine and insert, but to me that's what these all are. They're all special anyway. Upper Deck with more die cut. And this is a nice card I want to take out. This is one of the lines he played on with Pittsburgh. It's got Ron Francis, Kevin Stevens. Those were his line mates. Just a nice Topps insert card. These gentlemen. And here's an Ultra Red Light special card of Jaromir. I leave a couple blanks in case I get more from this year, just to maneuver the binder around. Not sure how I'm going to do it forward, but I am kind of new to these binders. So here's a Leaf Metal insert, Lethal Weapon. I remember that was a tough pull. This is one of my favorite cards because it's got a cool finish, nice die cut, showing the jersey on the back. Real nice card from Pinnacle. One of my favorites. I keep bumping the tower here, so sorry for the bump. Anyway, let's get into some of his stats. He is second all-time in scoring behind Gretzky, when I say scoring in points. So 1,921 points, and he played 1,733 games, which that is fourth all-time. He's fourth all-time in goals scored, 766, behind Ovechkin, Gretzky, and Gordie Howe. His assists, he's fifth all-time with 1,155. Again, second all-time in points with 1,921. And that's not counting his 78 goals in the playoffs, and that's just regular season. So back to some cards. There's some Zenith. Real nice Zenith insert here. And the only knock on the binders, I would say, they're well built. I do like them, but the only knock is you can't see the back of the cards. And this card is serial numbered 2500. Real sharp. Donruss Elite Gold. And just love me some parallels and insert Jagr cards. Just some real nice, get back to the pointer. Real nice look here and cool check it insert. The dude could hit too. I mean, he was an all-around hockey player. Yeah, he was a sniper and a scorer, but he would hit. He was feisty. He's a lot like Ovechkin. Had some fieriness to him. And considered one of Scotty Bowman's favorites. Bowman made a insert set. Or I should say Topps made an insert set within the Bowman card of Scotty Bowman, talking about his favorite players. Here's some more Topps Finest card later on with that protective coating. Real nice Topps Finest Red Lighters card here. And we continue on. If you have any questions on the cards, you can contact me at aGloveAndBeyondTV at yahoo.com, or I am aGloveAndBeyondTV on TCDB. I will put that in the description below. Again, if you have any questions on these, you can contact me or head to TCDB, and that's where I get most of my information. This is a real neat card. It's a postage stamp card that Pacific came out with. If you're into grading, it'd be a tough card to grade. There's a lot of nooks and crannies on the edges there, but a real sharp card. Here's a nice card that Topps came out with, talking about Kladno, his home country and town and hockey team, before he went and played there. that's where he's from. Topps Finest came out with a gold, silver, and bronze card, and there's refractors of that. That's Mystery Finest. This is really where I got confused and overwhelmed. Topps Gold Label, bless them, beautiful cards. Try to get a better look to them, getting some glare. But anyway, Topps Gold Label has, this is like the regular card, but this is like a tough exclusive row 3. Got into rows more in series. Again, I can't really talk a lot about it because I'm still confused by it years later, but just know there's a lot of different variants in Topps Gold Label, but beautiful cards. I like this card. It's a comic book style, fun, reminds me of childhood card, and Upper Deck profiles. I'm gonna hurry along here. I'm past the 15-minute mark. Some Upper Deck MVP inserts, and just real nice. Pacific came out with a home and away jersey, inserted Series 1, inserted Series 2, and just gonna move along quicker than I have been. Most of my cards are him in the Pittsburgh Penguin uniform. That was really where his prime was, in my opinion, but I still have cards from him later on, as I'll show you here. Some of these cards were produced after he had been away from Pittsburgh. Some of these are post-Pittsburgh cards, but they retroed back to him because that was his prime, in my opinion. Again, this is a nice serial numbered jersey card from All-Star Game. And another jersey card, mem card, from the year Sidney Crosby and Alex Ovechkin came into the league. This is 2005, 2006. I really, if I took a break from collecting, it was during the NHL strike the year prior. So this kind of starts the new era of hockey cards with Ovechkin and Crosby. I really like this card with the Hart Trophy. He won the Hart Trophy once, which is the MVP of the league. I believe in '99, but don't quote me on that. And he was just a dude. This is a nice card from back to his draft days, but it's more recent. I'm going to end with a few Jagr Salute Centennial cards. Centennial Salute and 100 Years of Hockey. He is considered in the top 100 of all time in hockey players. NHL came out with that list a few years ago during their 100th season. And I do have some more room for some cards. So that is the binder. Glove and Beyond TV. I do have plenty more I gotta get in and TCDB and put in the binder. And what I didn't show, I have many duplicates. I went back into the Macho Man, I guess. And some duplicates here. Reached out to a few folks. If you're interested in any of these, just reach out to me. Contact information will be below. Love the guy. He's a great player. One of the best. And this has been a Glove and Beyond TV. Dig it. Just over 18 minutes. Go collect. Collect how you like. Happy collecting, everyone. Oh, yeah.